For me, family comes first, but food comes a very close second.
I love it.
It's the joy of growing.
It looks like ringlets, doesn't it?
Cooking.
It's a bit of all right.
And eating it.
Well, it can't be bad if I'm having a second lot.
How are you, man, Mary?
I'm getting a bit sort of happy.
And I love meeting the people who share this passion.
Exquisite.
And best of all, there's still so much wonderful food to discover. Gorgeous colour, look at it. Most exciting. Looking good. So let's get cracking.
I never need a reason to ask friends or family over. The more the merrier. I love cooking for a crowd. Whether you're feeding 6 or 12, here are 4 recipes that will stand you in good stead. An elegant marinated pork dish that will easily feed a hungry party. A mouth-watering curry that will keep the masses happy. And the crowning glory of any big celebration with a foolproof twist. But first, a delicious savoury biscuit that will keep the hordes coming back for more.
Walnut cheese biscuits. So good with drinks, great for a crowd, lovely to have in the tin.
This all-in-one method couldn't be easier. Throw in 50 grams of self-raising flour, then 30 grams of semolina.
I often put that in shortbread too. It gives that extra crunch.
Chopped walnuts, 75 grams of butter, and 1 teaspoon of mustard powder.
There we are.
The cheesy kick comes from 50 grams of finely grated parmesan, an egg white, and seasoning.
And you just combine it until all the ingredients are smooth, rather like pastry. It's all come together very nicely.
Lightly flour the surface, then knead the mixture till the cracks disappear.
I don't want too much flour because I'm going to roll it into poppy seeds.
To make these clever biscuits, roll the dough into a perfect cylindrical shape.
That looks about right to me. It looks as though it's nothing, doesn't it? But I'm going to make very thin, beautiful biscuits. You wait and see.
This is the bit I love. Roll the cylinder in poppy seeds, making sure it's all covered. I'm not pressing down too hard because I want to keep that lovely shape.
Gives a lovely, crisp, crunchy outside to the biscuit. And it does look very, very smart. That's absolutely perfect. Now I'm going to just wrap it in parchment and chill it in the freezer for about 20 minutes.
With the dough nice and firm, cut very thin slices, meaning there'll be plenty to go round. This is the joy of the recipe. All that's left is to lay them on a lined baking tray. Pop into a 180 fan oven for about 15 minutes until they're a gorgeous golden colour.
They look great. I love it with this ring round the outside of the poppy seed, and they're just the same colour on top and underneath. Let's try. It really hits you. I can taste a hint of mustard. I love the Parmesan. It's the best cheese when you want to use just a little cheese. And I bet you they'll be the star of your drinks party.
Feeding a crowd should never be overwhelming, and I've come to a place where some remarkable people are very good at doing it.
On match day, over 50,000 fans fill these stands. And just a goal kick away, a team of inspirational volunteers that take on the job of feeding them.
So on a match day, we sell between 700 and 800 pies, and the queue goes out of the door of the bakery, out of the door down the road from the pie hole. We also sell 700, 800 cups of tea and coffee. It's catering on a mass scale.
But there's more to this bakery than meets the eye. Though it's been here for almost 100 years, 10 years ago it risked being demolished, until the incredible local community stepped in to save it.
We had a very difficult time in that houses were becoming vacant and boarded up. People started to look at the area as being not a very nice place to be. People moved away, the houses became empty, and then eventually they started pulling the terrace properties down.
This community rose to the challenge, and the bakery is now co-owned by them and supported by an army of volunteers.
This bakery began its life as a very small belief in what we would want to do.
It's now a thriving social enterprise with award-winning bakes to feed the masses on match day.
You now have a place where it is beginning to come back again, and this place itself is the absolute hub. It is amazing.
Homebaked is like a family. The people that work here live round here. Quite a lot of them came here as volunteers. I work behind the till on a match day, and literally everybody that comes in is a regular. You know the man who wants his pie in 2 bags because he takes it into the ground and it's too greasy otherwise. You know about the man who's had a heart attack who used to have a pie and now has to have soup because he has to have something healthy. They're part of the family as much as the team.
I'm so impressed with what they've achieved and the hundreds they managed to feed.
You can't do it unless you've got a team of people who know what their job is. The people who come in to the bakery to serve on match days know exactly what their jobs are, and it's pretty slick, really.
Those massive crowds are also giving back, and I'm off to be one of them.
To keep our prices affordable in the shop, we charge more on a match day because our customers can afford and are willing to pay more on a match day. So the money we take on a match day helps subsidise the prices in the cafe on a normal day so that they're affordable for the local community.
Welcome, Mary. Now, Sally Ann, this looks a pretty good bake.
It's a marmalade cake. We find that tray bakes sell really well in the shop because they're easy for people to pick up and take away.
That's a little bit different, and gosh, it's good. On match days, that must be frantic.
It's a logistical nightmare. Match day team are all geared up. We have somebody serving, somebody doing tea and coffee. I work the till.
I can see who's in control here. I
Yeah.
work the till.
Yeah, I'm the money woman.
You must be so proud, and your volunteers too, to have saved this cafe, and that all the profits go straight back into the community, and these houses behind me are gradually being restored, thanks to you.
Thank you. Yes, we are very proud.
I've loved it.
What an inspirational group they are. You may not be cooking for thousands, but this next spectacular recipe is ideal for a smaller crowd.
Sticky soy and ginger pork. I'm using a fillet of pork, and the marinade also serves as a bit of a sauce.
Start with a tablespoon of grated fresh ginger, 2 chopped garlic cloves, 4 tablespoons of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of honey, and lastly 2 tablespoons of sweet chilli sauce.
That's it. And just blend that together. When I was first married, I don't remember using marinades very much. A marinade is great because it really does get flavour into the meat and also makes it more tender too.
If you're cooking for a big crowd, then this recipe is easy to scale up. Now all it needs is time to soak up those gorgeous flavours.
That's been in the fridge for a couple of hours and it'll have taken in all those flavours. I did turn it from time to time
Just going to drain it from the marinade. That's just picking it up and giving it a shake. That's it.
Oh!
It'll come off quickly. Disaster over. Hope it's all out. Carefully lift it out. I'm putting it on some non-stick paper because it will caramelise and perhaps stick to the tin. The oven is set for 200 fan and it will take about 25 to 30 minutes. It's a bit of all right. That's a lovely colour, beautifully cooked. I'm covering the meat for 5 minutes to rest. That'll make it even more tender. Now that looks good. Have a look. It is still moist in the middle, not dry in any way. Now to finish it off, I've got the hot marinade, just the bit that was left, a little over the top there. That'll give it a nice shine all the way down. That's it. Smells wonderful. Finish with strips of spring onion, fresh chilli and chopped coriander. Now that's a great dish to serve to a crowd. I've got my eye on the little bit at the end, and it's hot and it's delicious. Doesn't that look good? Cooking for a crowd can be a lot of work, so any shortcuts I can find, I use. When cooking for a crowd, there's always an awful lot of washing up, and if by any chance you've burnt something, here's the answer. Put a dishwasher tablet in the dirty pan and top up with boiling water. That's it. Then leave it overnight. Then just empty and rinse. Give it a quick wipe. And it's like magic. How about that then? And here's a tip for keeping large sandwich platters fresh. Mind you, it only works with dry fillings, nothing soggy. Just dampen 2 sheets of kitchen paper, put them on top of the sandwiches and tuck them in. Put foil on the top and tuck that in too. So you can do this the day before and they will be just as good as the moment you made them. When you need to make a meal in a hurry, the last thing you want is trouble with opening a jar or a can. For years, I've battled through trying to get the lids off jars. I banged it, I've tried to heat it on the top of something, and now I've found the gadget. And the aim is to release the seal. If cans are a struggle, just use a teaspoon. Prise it underneath the ring and just pull it back and release it like that. And then take the spoon and put it underneath, press it at the back and just give it a pull like that. And then the last bit you can do yourself. Cooking has been my job for years, but it is also my passion. And I'm not the only one. Across the country, there are so many people whose love of cooking has taken them in extraordinary directions. Andrew Krause is one of them.
I'm an aviation lawyer. That's my job by day. But by night, particularly on a Thursday night, I turn into a smoker. And it's a little surreal because here we are in the middle of suburban Hendon. And in amongst that, we've got a smokehouse.
Each Thursday night and into the early hours, Andrew smokes up to 200 kilograms of meat cuts. It's all for his devoted clientele who want it for the weekend.
We've never actually gone out and advertised. It's all about word of mouth. If someone loves it, they're going to tell their friends, and that's how it's grown. This is a hobby gone wrong.
One of Andrew's biggest crowd pleasers is a mixed platter with the whole range of his smoked delights.
In terms of the crowd that we're started to feed predominantly kosher. And as you probably know, bacon's not a winner for the kosher crowd. So this is the alternative, lamb bacon.
Or lacon, as Andrew calls it. It's made from the fatty breast of lamb and goes through several long processes, from curing, pickling and roasting to the final big smoke.
Feedback has been that this is better. Can you believe it?
Well, I'll be the judge of that when we meet later.
Good food is a pathway to, the soul. It's a real connection that people can really kind of get elevated about, and making people happy. I mean, that's pretty addictive. Love doing it.
Andrew is on his way to meet me with one of his platters. I can't wait to get stuck in.
No pressure, of course, feeding Mary.
Welcome, Andrew. That
Thank
looks
you.
an exciting box.
I'll just pop it down here. Bit of a reveal.
Gosh. And it looks a feast. Smoked chicken, duck breast, 2 kinds of smoked brisket, and of course, Andrew's lacon. It is perfect. You obviously have a passion for display as well as smoking the meat.
The idea behind this board is that it's got something for everyone.
Well, I can say the chicken goes through like butter. Mustn't talk with my mouth full.
Packs a real punch in terms of flavour.
You're absolutely right.
Why don't we plunge in and go for the lacon?
That must have taken a lot of research to make lamb into bacon.
Indeed.
Don't tell the pigs.
The pigs have been relegated.
It looks a bit like streaky bacon.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you think.
Actually, I'll tell you what, I'll have this in my fingers. Well, I wouldn't know that wasn't bacon.
Really?
Andrew, thank you for this palatial spread. So much interest there, an awful lot that's brand new to me. You've certainly cracked it.
Thank you. She was still smiling at the end of it. I think she enjoyed it, which is an absolute compliment to me.
The lamb dish I love to cook is a little different. Its gentle, evocative flavours make it an absolute crowd pleaser. Delicious Lamb Rogan Curry. The great thing about curries is if you make it ahead, it's better the next day or even the day after. What I love most about cooking this dish is I get to make the curry paste from scratch. Start by crushing 10 cardamom pods to release their seeds. So worth doing to get a truly powerful flavour. Now a tablespoon each of ground coriander, cumin, paprika and garam masala. 2 teaspoons of turmeric and 1/4 teaspoon of cloves. Those colours look amazing, don't they? Layering up the flavour is the best bit of cooking. The rich tomato puree is the finishing touch. That's what makes the Rogan curry different. So rich in colour. Bring it all together with some sunflower oil. Look at it. Heat some more oil and brown off 1 kilo of lamb. Use leg of lamb because it's beautifully lean. I'm cooking for a crowd, so it's best to do this in smaller batches. That's a glorious colour and a great base for my curry. Throw 2 onions into the same pan so that they will absorb all the flavours. And just pound that together. I'm adding fresh garlic and chilli before that wonderful deep-flavoured curry paste. Top up with 450 ml of beef or lamb stock. Looks really rich, doesn't it? And bring it all to the boil. Look at that glorious colour, almost bright red, and that's what you expect from a Rogan curry. The final ingredients are a tablespoon of light muscovado sugar, 3 bay leaves and 2 cinnamon sticks. The aroma is wonderful, and we're getting there. Finally, the meat goes back in. Just drop that into the middle. I'm watching out for splashes this time. Season, then transfer to an oven at 130 fan for an hour and a half, or until the meat is tender. A little yoghurt stirred in before serving adds a gentle, creamy touch.
It just looks so rich and so good.
And a bright dash of green coriander to garnish.
Arrive with this dish at the table. Take the lid off. Everybody will peer in, and it just looks so tempting and tastes even better. This really is one of my go-to dishes. I love to cook it. It's got warmth, but it hasn't got intense heat. It is absolutely scrumptious. I can't wait to serve it.
Cooking for lots of people may be enjoyable at home, but when you do it as a business, the pressure is on, especially when it's for someone's special event. After being made redundant, Robin Green started baking cakes in her one-bedroom flat. It all took off with one of her first orders.
We were asked by a well-known fizzy drink company to make 500 mini cakes. So I had to make these 500 mini cakes in my one-bedroom flat with like the world's tiniest oven.
12 years on, Robin employs 9 people, making up to 40 intricate cakes a week.
To make a really tall tiered cake with a lot of sugar models on it would probably take about 40 man-hours. The most time-consuming part of cake making is making the kind of details, so the sugar models. We make sugar model people, we make sugar model characters.
The cakes start from around £120, but the bigger ones will stretch the budget.
The most someone spent on a cake is £5,000. Would either be massive, so a lot of tiers, or it would be reasonably big and covered in sugar models.
With customers from far and wide, Robin is happy to fill the most interesting of requests.
Our strangest order that we've ever had, an expensive hotel phoned up and said that one of their top clients was flying his dog in from the United Arab Emirates to give birth in London. I don't know why. And they needed a cake. We made this enormous cushion cake with a large 3D dog and all its puppies to present to the dog upon giving birth. As you do.
Like me, Robin gets great pleasure from feeding lots of people. I think she'd approve of my next, more budget-friendly recipe. Cream-filled, chocolate-dipped profiteroles. So impressive and quite simple to make at home. No piping.
If you haven't tackled choux pastry before, now's the time to do it, because I'm going to give you an easy recipe, and as long as you weigh everything out very carefully, you'll have great success.
Choux pastry is made on the hob. Add 50 grams of butter and 150 ml of water to a cold pan, or the water will evaporate too quickly.
Turn the heat on and bring that up to the boil and melt the butter. Now that's come to a full rolling boil. I'm going to add all the flour and lift it off the heat. Don't be tempted to add the flour in dribs and drabs. You want to add it all at one go and just beat until it's smooth. Now it'll look lumpy and you'll begin to worry, but you don't need to.
When the dough comes away from the sides of the pan, add 2 beaten eggs, bit by bit.
This takes me back to the first time that I made choux pastry. It was in Bath Technical College. I was doing my last exam for 244 City and Guilds, and I had to do Gâteau Saint-Honoré to take to a picnic. Funny thing to take to a picnic. The base, I can remember, was a shortbread circle, and I had to pipe all the way around the choux pastry. And it worked. And it looked so spectacular. I sort of, for once, felt quite confident that I was going to get through that exam, which I did.
Once all the eggs are in the choux, it should be thick and shiny. No piping with this recipe. I'm doing it by hand, making it much easier.
Now you can see the consistency. It's a really thick mixture. It's not difficult to handle at all. There they are, the 12 profiteroles. Just brush them over with a little bit of beaten egg. These are really fun to do. Who could say no to a profiterole? I couldn't.
Pop the tray into a 200 fan oven for a 10-minute blast. The secret to a perfect choux is to turn the oven down to 170 fan for a further 20 minutes. What would choux pastry be without some delicious chocolate sauce to top it off? It's a dream. Slowly heat 75 ml of double cream and 75 grams of dark chocolate, stirring from time to time.
Once you've made this, it is so versatile. You can take it off, it can go hard, you can melt it again. It is not temperamental. They are looking amazing.
I love my choux buns to be crispy, so once they're cooked, turn the oven off, slice them in half, and then pop them back in for 15 minutes to crispen up the inside.
I just want them to be perfect.
Whip the cream, then everything will be ready to build.
This is the bit I enjoy most. Putting it all together. Take the base and put a nice, generous blob of cream. Take the lid that's dried out, just drop it in there, bring it up, and just put it on top. That's it. Isn't it lovely and shiny? It's a bit sticky, but it's good fun. It's a huge temptation to lick my fingers, but I don't. And now the last one. That's it. I'm not going to make a pyramid because as you take them apart, they look mucky. I'm going to put them flat on the plate. I think they look lovely with their little shiny hats on. And the great thing about this chocolate icing is that it keeps its shine. Doesn't that look lovely? I know you can go and buy profiteroles, but it's such fun to make them at home, and gosh, they taste good too.
Whether it's feeding the devoted and saving a community or turning your passion into a business, cooking is such a central joy to so many. And the more people we feed, the happier we are. Well, that's me anyway.
I can't wait to serve it.
Next time,
I'm getting a bit sort of happy.
food that brings friends and family together.
Mum, are you enjoying this?
I'm in heaven.
With recipes guaranteed to bring a smile on your face.
It's delicious.